I curl with this guy. I don't know if you know who I am, but I curl with this guy. He's a good curler. Don't let him fool you.
Right.
So about 10 years ago, I took a job as a premium pet food salesman, which is really weird and confuses children, but it's an actual job. So I covered like 5 states, and I worked with like 8 different guys throughout the Midwest. And part of my job was to talk to consumers when they came into the pet store and said, hey, you know, what are you feeding your dog? You know, why don't you feed this food? It's better, yada, yada. So my boss is training me, and he says, so, Mitch, what kind of dog do you have? I said, Jim, I don't know a fucking dog. I hate dogs. And he goes, are you kidding me? Who hired this guy, right? So I said, I just don't have a dog. He said, here's the deal. Take a picture of a dog, put it in your wallet. When you're talking to people at the store and they're talking about their dog and showing you pictures of their dog, you take out your picture of your dog, put a name to it, yippee-yo, yada-yay. Sounds easy enough. Put the picture of the dog in my wallet. It's a black lab. I don't know. So part of my job was to go store to store and talk about pet food. And then part of the presentation was you've got a bunch of 16 and 17-year-old kids that just want to pet the puppies. They don't want to clean up the poop. They don't want to do any actual work. And so we had what we called seminars. So basically, you go to the store after the store closes, and you convince the manager to bring all the employees in. Everybody gets a free T-shirt, and hey, watch this guy talk about dog food and why your dog's going to poop less than the other dog that, you know, whatever. So it's part of the whole gig, right? So you had this seminar. So we have these seminars. We had to do these seminars and keep the people interested and try selling our pet food. So then what happened was, to make a long story longer, they have this national sales meeting in Salt Lake City, Utah, scheduled, right? And so they said, you know what, we're going to have this huge presentation, and we're in the Midwest, and there's the Northeast, and there's the Southwest, and we have to compete with them. We're going to take the best of the best. We're going to bring the best guys that do these presentations and put them on stage and compete, because Midwest is the best. Let's go. So I happened to be the guy that was nominated because they thought I was, you know, could tell a story and yada. So we fly to Salt Lake City, Utah, and I was given 2 suitcases, one for my stuff, and then the other suitcase was for my props. In order to keep 16 and 17-year-old kids interested in pet food, you bring all kinds of weird things, right? So you've got, you know, a fart machine, and you've got, you know, stomachs of a cow, and you have all these props to keep these kids interested in paying attention to what you're doing, right? So I had this suitcase full of random things. One of the things in that suitcase was a corn cob, and attached to that corn cob was a fart machine. And for those of you who don't know what a fart machine is, it's a machine that you basically push a button, and then another device on the other side of wherever you put it, under somebody's butt, it makes a fart noise, and it's great. So it's pretty a fun deal, right? So get to the thing. I do my presentation. Everyone's like, oh, my gosh, you killed it. You nailed it, man. And then I took second place. I think it was rigged. Hopefully it's not going to be tonight. I'm just kidding. So now it's time to fly home. And I'm like, I know my son. He's going to want to hang out with that fart machine. He's going to want to play pranks. I got to get that thing home. So I put my stuff in my one duffel bag and checked it in the luggage. The last night of the sales convention is a huge party. I mean, stupid. It's out of control. A lot of booze, a lot of bad decisions. But it's a good time. So we stay up till, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, who cares? And we had a flight at like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. It was really super early, right? So I tie one on. I'm like, geez, this is not going to be good. And wake up. We get to the airport. I sit down in my seat. I lean back, and I'm like, I made it. I frickin' made it. Close my eyes, and all of a sudden, doom, doom, doom. Mr. Finn, yeah? Can you come with me? For what? We have a problem. I said, what? Like, do I smell? What I do? Did I piss somebody off? Just come with me. So we look down the end of the airplane, and there's 2 people in suits standing on the end of the airplane. I'm like, holy shit. So we walk down to the end of the airplane, right? And these guys are like, are you Mr. Yep. Come with us. So we walk down the end of the tarmac. 2 policemen, 2 more suits. Crap. What the hell's going on here? I'm thinking, my buddies played a joke on me. Where's Ashton Kutcher? You know, like, what the heck's going on? So we get to the end of the tarmac, get with the suits and the cops, go down the flight of stairs. There's 2 more cops, 2 more suits. It's like, what is going on here? I'm asking these guys, come on, I got to catch this flight. I got to be home at noon, da-da-da-da. Don't worry about it. Just chill. Get down to the bottom and say, sir, do you have an organic device with a black box taped to it with electrical tape? Yeah, it's a corn cob. I'm a pet food salesman. I've got this whole deal. I go through all the spiel, right? It's like, come with me. All right. So we go down these flight of stairs. We go down this long concrete hallway, right? It's like bunker. It's like 875 degrees. It's hotter than 3 well diggers' asses. I mean, it's just sweating hot. And it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, what the heck's going on? So we get to the end of the hallway, and here's this giant room underneath, like where they have all the baggage and stuff, right? So we're standing there, and he goes, sit down here. Do you know who that guy's talking to? I said, no, he's talking to the FBI. They've shut down the airport, shut it down. No planes in, no planes out, Salt Lake City. I said, are you kidding me? He goes, do I look like I'm kidding you? I said, no. So I look in the middle of this table, or this room, there's this giant 20-foot table. All my stuff's there. Like, there's my clothes, right? And then there's my bottle of vodka I scammed off the, suite that we had at the end of the night. There's a, award that I won. There's my fart machine, da-da-da. Door opens up, dog comes out, like a bomb-sniffing dog, da-da-da, all this thing, right? So it goes around, da-da-da. All of a sudden, toosh, this door pops open, and this guy walks out, and it's like, bomb squad, right? He's got the headgear, he's got the huge heavy vest on, and it's like 175 degrees in this place. And he walks over to me, and then he walks over to the table, and he picks up the corn cob, and he sets it down, and he comes back over to me, and he's dripping with sweat. I mean, hot. His face is beet red, and he says, sir, what's with the black box? I said, it's a fart machine. Just, push the button, and it's like, it'll make a fart noise. It's great. He's a, sir, in my line of business, I don't make a habit of pushing buttons. So at the end of the day, they eventually got me to push the button, and then the fart noise went off. Then everybody laughed, and it was a big, funny story. And then, so that's the deal. So then for the next, 3 years when I flew, they pulled me aside, frisked me down, red flag, oh, this guy's a terrorist, whatever, yippee-yo. So that's the story of how I shut down the Salt Lake City airport for 2 hours.